Alrighty then, everybody. Hello. AMIQ, hey Whip, in the chat. Let me see, what's today? Today is the 19th of May. Nice old Thursday, just after the hump. There's absolutely nothing special about Thursday, you just wish that it was Friday, right? That does not sound like good, Whip. I've done that. I've done the long stay-ups. It's not very good. It does not feel very good to do. Today I got an email from Wazda Keyboards talking about how they uploaded some new pictures to their gallery. I actually started scrolling through and trying to see maybe if my keyboard was there, because what happens is that you order your keycaps from there, and if you do something really nice and custom, they'll upload a picture to their gallery so that people can see what they do. And I tried to see if mine was there. Maybe they can't do it for copyright reasons, but then they had it they've got this Vocaloid one that they love to advertise, so it can't be that reason. But I couldn't find my keyboard in their gallery, and it was really sad because I think my keyboard looks awesome. A long job today, the long haul, man. Well, at least you got me. Just sit back and relax with. Alright, so something I wanted to talk about just a little bit. I messed around with stream settings a little bit, and I messed around with my webcam settings. The problem that I've been having for weeks and weeks is that the lip sync is awful on my streams. If you watch any of the past streams before this one, the lip sync does not connect. I talk a second after you hear me. It's awful. So hopefully that's a little bit better. But at the same time, I also switched the stream back to being 60 FPS, and the webcam streams at 30 FPS, so maybe later on things are going to desync. There is no winning. There is no winning with this webcam. I wish I had gotten a different webcam. Honestly. Just give me a really expensive one. Just something really nice that just works, But hopefully the lip sync is better. But we'll have to see. Alright, so all that having been said, let's go ahead and first of all turn that on. And let's go ahead and get into the game for today. Okay, I thought I had things Really? Everything should actually not be... What? I had everything sorted out before the stream started. What happened? That's great. Amazing. Alright, is that gonna work? No. Mostly because of the stream chat, that just looks awful having it be in the center of the screen. Although I do know some streamers do that. Lobos does that, for example. Alright. We should be alright. Gonna be doing some good old school fun today. I'm gonna be honest, I was watching gameplay of the new Doom. It actually does look a little bit good. It looks pretty neat. I might be picking it up once it goes on sale. Because the new Doom, oh my god, I love optimized games. And just high frame rates and just, New Doom looks good for that reason. But it's way too expensive for me right now, so I'm going to wait for a sale, and then I'm probably going to pick that up. In the meantime, we're going to go back into id Software's old library. I'm going to be playing Quake. Oh my god, I never noticed that they actually have, their logo just up there. I have never looked up inside this lobby, ever. That's hilarious. So the interesting thing to note about what I'm running here is that this isn't really vanilla Quake. This is a slightly improved version of it. Mostly just for compatibility reasons. Because obviously, Quake as it is, it was built for past operating systems. So this engine just makes it really, really nice to use with what I've got, which is Windows 7, by the way. But anyway, let me go ahead and stop talking and just get back into the stream here. go ahead and get into the game. I forgot that you actually changed, like, the enemy layouts. Like, not only do you probably take more damage with hard mode, but also more enemies spawn. So that's always fun. It's going to be interesting to see if people who come in for the stream today get really, really bored with it being a first-person shooter. Like, game choice is always kind of interesting, right? Later, my coup! I've also got to remember that first-person perspective actually makes you sick. I still haven't figured out why. I gotta talk you off stream, man, and figure out if there's something about that, whether it's just FOV or just general, like, motion. But thanks for joining me for when you did, Maiku. Now it's just me and you, Whip. Oh my god. Alone in the vast world. Filled with things that want to kill me. So the funny thing to note, let me make sure that I'm safe here. Oh no, I collected it, damn it. The ammo packs that are for the nail gun, they have NIN on them. And this is a really well-known thing, by the way. Like, I'm not telling anybody anything that they haven't heard of before, but the reason why that was done was because Trent Reznor made the soundtrack for Quake. So it's for 9 Inch Nails. The nail gun, featuring nails from 9 Inch Nails. And I'm not sure if it's just because of, like, the engine that I'm using, but the soundtrack actually isn't that good, outside of, like, one particular track. Like, there's one, like, really, really good track in the soundtrack, and then everything else is just, like, ambience. Like, I tried listening to, like, the full soundtrack even on YouTube, and, like, there's just huge swaths of it that are just boring as all get out. Also, I'm going to be running on hard. Usually I don't do that for streams, but I don't know. Should be okay. Plus, Quake is really nice because it's got a level select, or at least this engine makes it have a level select. Ain't that how it always is? No, 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 not yet. Forgot something. Forgot the biosuit. Just go ahead and dip into the acid without your suit. It'll be fine. It'll be great. Nothing bad will happen. Hey, Azio, on the stream, bud. Also, in recent news, like, I don't know how many of you have seen it, but there was this very unfortunate thing that happened with one of the gaming news websites recently, in terms of, like, the new Doom, where they uploaded a, like, first 30 minutes of Doom kind of video, with no commentary, by the way. I feel like it would have been better if they had uploaded it with commentary, but the person that they got to play the game was absolutely awful. Like, not, you know, oh, they're kind of bad, but no, they were... It was not a very good presentation of the game, and people are giving them shit for it. Like, my idea is that I'm just kind of baffled for why they uploaded the video. Like, I would imagine with, like, a gaming news website like that it would go through, like, several people, right? Like, people would have to, like, sign off on it and say, yeah, you can upload this. Like, you would have, like, editors and whatnot, or, like, somebody else in the room watching as you play, right? So I don't know how they thought that the video in question was a good product to upload to their YouTube channel. I don't know, it was super, super weird to me. And, like, unfortunately, like, Polygon is getting a lot of hate no matter what, so, like, a lot of that hate is also feeding into this, and people are using this as, like, an example to say, oh my god, look how terrible they are. They can't write it, they can't play games either. Hilarious. And I'm not gonna go that far. Those things always scared me when I was a kid, by the way. A lot of people say that Doom was, you know, good, but I always kind of preferred Quake. Just because I like the feel of it more. Like the gothic nature of it more. You'd think the editors could make it look like they played better. Well, they couldn't with this particular kind of video that they wanted to do, because they wanted to put up an uncut, like, first 30 minutes, like, literally, like, just the beginning of the game, like, from when you first load in, and then just go from there and show the first 30 minutes of the game. So, I mean, like, the video tells the truth in that perspective. They don't lie. It's the first 30 minutes of their playthrough. It's just a weird, weird video. Like, I would almost want to just show, like, a reacts of it, just live on stream. But, who knows, maybe that would actually, get me in trouble with, like, Polygon or whatever. I'm actually not sure if, like, id Software is particularly, like, Let's Play friendly, you know? Oh god, oh god. Losing health. There we go. 9-inch nails. Look at that. Amazing. The Washington Post review of Uncharted 4. I posted something on my Tumblr where I was very, very much like making fun of like one of the commenters of the article. But I haven't actually seen like the article itself in question, so give me a Cliff Notes. Like, I heard the people were just, like, really, really mad that they gave it a low score, possibly. It's been interesting to see all the perspectives recently on reviews and how much people like game reviews. Like, there's, this recent, like, deep, abiding hatred of reviews. And I'm actually almost worried about it. Like, I think it could go really, really badly. Because people almost seem like they just want, like, reviews to just go away and die, right? Like, the only thing that will be around would be Let's Plays and streams. And just, like, video reviews and paper reviews just would not be there anymore. And that's frightening. That is really frightening. And game developers would love nothing more than for reviews to go away. Because then people, like, there's this whole problem with, like, pre-orders right now, right? Like, so many people gave Star Wars Battlefront their money recently. Based on the name alone, and Star Wars, and, you know, Battlefront, and they wanted another game that was like that. And now, like, it's one of the most reviled games. And it got away with a lot of money. Like, a lot of people bought it. So, I would like reviews to stick around if for no other reason than the fact that pre-order culture is getting kind of out of hand. And reviews are supposed to stop that. Because the idea is that, you know, reviewers get copies of the game early, and they're able to tell gamers, hey, you know, this is awesome, go buy this, or avoid this at all costs, before the general public gets their hands on it. Creative. Oh, you're only talking about the response too? God, we need to read that article, man. Because the response to it is just awful. So, but then again, you know, I am, you know, assuming that the article itself is fine and dandy. And maybe it's not. Come on, die. Oh my god. I think hard mode makes these things like bullet sponges. Gives enemies more health. That's a little bit unfortunate. Who gives a shit? It's a review. Yeah. Like, everybody's opinion just counts the exact same, you know? Like, what you do when you're evaluating a game is you just read, like, all of the reviews. And, you know, it's fine to have favorite reviewers. And have people that you want to see, like, more reviews from. But you should always just take in everything into account, you know? The more perspectives, the better. And you just create, like, a really good aggregate value to see what, you know, a lot of people think of the game. And, you know, maybe you try and find, like, similar perspectives to yourself. But you don't try and, like, discount a review. You don't have, like, a review, like, removed. It's just dumb. I don't care how bad the review is. Or what it says. Their opinion is still valid. That's how Metacritic works. It's just an aggregate. I'm gonna suck at finding the secrets, by the way. I've always sucked at finding, like, Quake secrets. Rewind now while I'm shooting up some demon things. And having a gay old time of it. Oh my god, we got the grenade launcher. I do love myself a grenade launcher. Oh god, help me grenade launcher. Although I should probably be saying that from what I know. Good god, he took a grenade straight to the face. No, I'm dead! Well, that was fun. Grand old time. Okay, guys, seriously. Oh god, I'm almost dead. There we go. Health, health, health. Gotta love health in the hard mode. Okay, I'm just gonna nail gun this thing the hell down. So I have a hard time with it. Amazing shot! 10 out of 10. Oh no. The ceiling is closing in. Whatever shall I do? Oh my god, what are you doing here? Jesus hell. The hard mode is insane. Oh god, oh god, oh god, god. Ah, I killed myself. Maybe I should play on medium. Maybe I should play on medium. You know, just kind of tone it down a little bit. You know, I probably should play on medium. Medium is so much better for me. Always and forever. Like, I think, oh, I'll try out hard. You know, I'll give it a shot, but no, no. Alright, here's how I'm gonna have to do this. Start a new game. Go to normal. Load a map. What the hell do I want? This? I think? Yes. Amazing. My skills of deduction are, as always, on point. Like, hard is too hard and medium is too easy. Shit, dude, what are they gonna do when Zero Punctuation reviews it? They're gonna give him shit, as always. Like, I also talked about that, how, like, Yahtzee gets a bunch of shit, too. Because he's a very critical reviewer, and he comes at things at, like, a different perspective than, like, the hive mind. Like, the one thing that I will always remember is him being critical of Super Smash Brothers, and oh my god, he got a lot of hate for that one. He had a lot of good points, honestly. Like, I always remember how he talked about how he really didn't like how the game would zoom out. You know, on, like, the really, really big stages. And it would make the characters, like, really small and hard to see. Like, I can thoroughly understand somebody, like, not liking that part of the game. Okay, look how much easier this section is now that we're on medium. And I haven't died yet. Hell, I've barely even taken a hit. Go figure. Oh god, he's behind me. I thought I killed you. Why are you not dead? Explain this to me. Did anyone make a petition against him? That I don't know. Google search it. Yahtzee petition. That would be, that'd be kind of hilarious. Like, it's the one job that I think I really wouldn't like doing, honestly. Reviewing video games. Like, people are just so weird and hostile towards reviewers. And they get so much shit for their opinions, you know? Like, I would not do it, you know? Like, I am very happy just doing, like, this comedy YouTube channel kind of thing. And just being able to have fun with, like, my viewers and whatnot. And not having anybody yell at me. Granted, I'm not popular yet, you know? It's not as if, like, Let's Players and whatnot don't get crap. It's just that I feel like I haven't had to deal with anything. And, you know, like, generally, Let's Players don't have to deal with too much. Unless you're, like, insanely popular, of course, you know, like, Game Grumps level, PewDiePie level, yeah, you're gonna get some shit. You're gonna get hate comments and whatnot. But, on the whole, I feel like reviewers have to deal with a whole lot more. I'm getting fairly lost in this level. Alright, so we got the golden key, so where's the golden key go? I think is the question. Go back here? In this? There's a place for a golden key. Right there, maybe? If I can get in there. Oh, shut up on the undead. Hey, Ian! Welcome to the stream! Found the petition to bring the game Yahtzee back into development. That is amazing. And, like, it's not back in, like, circulation? Like, it's not in circulation, so people can't, like, buy it anymore? That's kind of impressive. Like, that game was mega popular, as far as I know. Secrets! Oh my god, secrets. You know, I feel like I'm missing something. Here we go. Here's where the golden key goes. I'm just a bit of a nincompoop, as always. Okay, I was right to fear that as much as I am. Oh god, the undead. Don't hurt me, please. No! Grenades from the ceiling! Death from above! Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, oh god. They faked me out! Oh my god! That was terrifying! This is blind, by the way, from this point on. Well, not even from that point on, but even before this, it's been fairly blind. Like, this level in particular was all that I played up to for my testing. So everything after this is going to be pretty damn blind. Bring back Yahtzee. We demand have our board game. This is the only good song in the soundtrack, by the way. Like, I know you probably won't be able to hear it too much because of my audio settings, but this is the only good song. Everything else is just bad. The interesting thing about Quake is that a lot of people kind of don't even know that it has a soundtrack. Because there's this audio problem where the original version of the game, the audio was stored on the CD in like just MP3 format. So you had to have the CD in the drive in order to get the soundtrack. And what they've done when they ported the game is they didn't really change that. So for the Steam version of the game, for example, you won't get the soundtrack. You have to get it yourself and like mod it. So that's a really, really interesting thing, I think. Because for the longest time, I didn't think this game had soundtrack. I was just like, well, it doesn't have a soundtrack. And we just get to enjoy just the sounds of ambience and guns and whatnot, you know? And it kind of worked, you know? I mean, like, a game like this, it's actually surprising just how little it actually needs, like, a soundtrack. And like I said, like, the soundtrack anyway sucks, so... I wouldn't say that you're a bad person, Ian. I mean, like, the games are kind of, not niche, but you do have to be a certain kind of person to want to play them. Obviously. And, like, there's lots and lots of people who just do not like first-person shooters, right? They don't like shooting things, and they don't like the ultra-violence, and they don't like the often swearing that comes with it. And nowadays, first-person shooters have awful game design. So that's, you know, another nail in the coffin, as it were. Hee hee, hardy hardy har. God, no! Please, no chainsaw. I'm allergic. Ugh! I'm allergic to grenades to the face as well. No! I always like the design of these guys, by the way. They look cute. They look kind of neat. And they have, like, I think they have, like, swords for arms, actually. Maybe it's just poorly textured. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with poorly textured, and they're just holding in their fist. But, god damn it, I love imagining that they have swords for arms. Let me have my dreams. Ugh, I can't. No! Okay. I accept my fate. Okay. Got some health, that's always good. Oh, how'd I miss that? Damn it. Wasting nails when I shouldn't be. Hey, Ghetto Swan, welcome to the stream. You were 2 when Doom came out. I found it kind of interesting to hear that Quake came out in 1996. Meaning that it was 3 years after I was born. So it was slightly before my time, even. Like, the reason why I know Quake as well as I do is because, like, I have memories of, like, watching, like, my brother play it. Like, it was one of the very, very few games that my brother actually played. Because my brother was not that much of a gamer, outside of a few particular games. Like, it's actually kind of interesting to think about, because I'm, like, the person in the family, like, that plays the most amount of games. Like, my sister and my brother play, like, a few games each, and that's it. My other brother, though, he plays a lot of games, like me. But he has awful taste. Oh my god. He loves Destiny. Ugh. And he bought Titanfall, and he probably bought, like, oh my god, what was the one that came out just recently? The Ubisoft title that's really awful. Which one am I talking about? Ugh. So much of Ubisoft's games are bad. Like, the only thing that I actually like from them is Rayman. And even then, they ruined Rayman Legends. So I have poor spatial awareness, so I don't know where the silver door is that we just found. Okay, this was where the key was. Like, I hated what Ubisoft did with Rayman Legends. Like, they could have made it like a 10 out of 10 game, and instead it's like an 8 out of 10, right? Just because they had like some really annoying aspects to the game. No, let me off Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, because I think the door is down here, but maybe the level design is telling me that it's not, considering how hard it was to actually get down here. Oh, hey. Ooh, new gun! A new toy to play with. You know, you can't even blame me for getting lost here. These levels are very wide open. You can blame me for going back that way, though, if I did, which I didn't. I'm not that dumb. I'm just mostly dumb. It's fine. It's fine. There we go! Eventually I'll find it. Yes, we were talking about the Polygon Doom video earlier. It was actually probably what got me to play this, funnily enough. Kind of. I mean, like, just in general, like, Doom 4 shenanigans got me really, really, invested in playing, like, an old-school shooter again. Okay, this is getting kinda nuts. Have a taste of your own medicine! Okay, everybody dead? Everybody good? I'm glad. Waste shotgun shells shooting a health pickup. Like, it was basically, like, the biggest problem with, like, the Polygon Doom video was the movement, in my opinion. Like, it wasn't the way that they were firing. Well, I mean, I guess kind of. But just, like, Doom is such a fast-paced game. It's kind of awesome just how much they had the movement on it be really fast-paced and interesting. Interesting. Gotta be more competent than... Like I said, like it's bad gameplay. It is bad gameplaying, but it's also just weird that they uploaded it. Like, that was my big thing. Like, I just wonder why everybody signed off on the video. And they were like, yep, go ahead and upload this. Like, multiple people had to have seen that video before it was uploaded. And I am kind of getting tired of, like, review outlets getting a whole bunch of shit over, like, stupid shit. You know? Like, there was this other article today that I think was almost made in, like, respect for it, where it was an article saying you do not have to be good at video games. Right? Like, gamers at times can be fairly gatekeepish, I feel. You know, you can kind of be a little bit outcast just because you're not that good at video games. And you can get a whole bunch of shit and insults just because you're bad at a video game, and it's kind of awful. So, I don't know. I'd like to see a little bit less of that, I think. Like, it's awesome being awesome at a video game, sure, but do you deserve, like, insults for being bad at a video game? But on the other hand, I do get the other side of it, where, you know, a review outlet should properly show a video game, right? Like, a lot of people who maybe only watch Polygon, which, you know, nobody should watch only one outlet, I mean. Watching Polygon is fine, but you shouldn't just watch, like, one outlet. But a lot of people who maybe just only watch that outlet, they would get the wrong idea of the video game, and then, you know, Doom would get less sales because of that. I understand that argument. That's a valid point, I think. There's a whole lot of interesting points to make about it, I think. The Doom Polygon video. Like, there's arguments from all sides of the equation that are interesting. Which is what we want. We want that diversity of opinion. It's actually kind of funny because I almost feel like the review is getting reviewed. Who hunts the huntsman? You know? Who watches the watchman? Some competency when you're touting yourself as a major reviewer. Are they touting themselves as major reviewers, though? I felt that they were just touting themselves as reviewers. Like, it's kind of an interesting idea. Should a reviewer be good at video games? Can they tell, like, the quality of the video game without necessarily having to be good at it? That's an interesting question, honestly. Because I feel like the idea of, like, being good at video games... Like, there's a whole lot less of that that's actually happening. You know? And we have more and more gamers that are playing just kind of casually, right? Just playing every now and then. And we have a lot less gamers that are like me, who, you know, like, play, like, tons and tons of video games. Where the heck is the silver key? Damn it. Should a reviewer be good at video games? I don't know. Like, I don't want to just say that a reviewer should be good at video games in order to review video games. Because honestly, like, the way that people criticize, like, gameplay, especially, you know, like, watching, like, streams and Let's Plays and whatnot, like, people would not be happy with your level of skill no matter what. So once you say, oh, a reviewer has to be good at video games in order to review video games, then it's like, who says where the threshold is for that, right? Like, how good should you be at video games? Should you be able to get the world record? Should you be able to speedrun? You know? Just kind of all this silly kind of stuff that comes from the argument, I think. Rocket launcher. Love it. Oh, that's what's hurting me. God. Nice little pillar coming down. I wonder what the idea was when building this building. Let's just have this pillar that comes down and knocks, like, guests in the face. And I mean, like, you know, it's funny that I bring that up for that instead of for, you know, these holes in the wall just constantly shooting nails. Alright, I gotta look at chat, because I haven't been looking at chat. Felt that they Michael Bay'd up the visuals too much. Uncharted, I think, is focusing, like, way too much on texture quality and not enough on, like, fidelity. Because from what I hear, like, the game isn't at... It's locked to 30 FPS. And that's obviously something that they, you know, had to oh, what's the word on? Like, they had to settle for it. So they, like, it's actually kind of frightening, honestly, that a lot of console developers are going for, like, visuals instead of fidelity. Haven't watched a single anime either. That's completely fine. Shouldn't be dying on the first battle on the easiest difficulty. And, like, it doesn't even matter, you know? Kind of. Man. It is an interesting question. Because if you can't be good at the video game, then how can you tell how the quality of the video game is, right? Like, I wouldn't want to listen to my brother talk about the quality of Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Because he played, like, the first level and he hated it, and he said that he didn't like the way that, you know, the character moves. And the way that it's kind of one of those unresponsive kind of Castlevania-like games, where it takes, like, a second for jumps to kick in and whatnot. I don't know. I suppose it would just be up for everybody for if they would want to actually watch, like, a reviewer who is bad at the video game, but reviews it anyway. And there's a lot of video games that are coming out that, like, there is no being bad at it, you know? Walking simulator kind of stuff. There's an interesting point that I had, like, somebody on Twitter bring up, where they were criticizing, basically, like, first-person shooters in general, because a lot of people, when you go outside of, like, the gamer spectrum and you try and bring them into video games, they don't understand the idea of moving and looking around at the same time. Like, mouse and keyboard kind of controls just do not make sense to a lot of people who don't play video games. And it's one of the things that they cited as, like, keeping, like, people out of video games, like, the most. Which is an interesting point. And they talked about how they've actually watched, like, kids in school who were playing, like, Minecraft. Like, you would obviously, like, say, oh, Minecraft, like, that's a mouse and keyboard game. And a lot of people play that, and kids play that. So that's a game that uses keyboard and mouse controls. But actually, they said that they watched them in school, and they went into creative mode, and they were just using the flight and, like, strafing around instead of using, like, the mouse at the same time. I like the normal mode on this game a lot. Considering that little boss or mini-boss or whatever you want to say was in the other level on hard mode, just as, like, a regular enemy. Whereas here, it's kind of set up in a really interesting cinematic kind of way. Doom and Quake are kind of interesting, because both of them aren't very cinematic when you first start up the game. Like, one of the biggest things that I noticed with Doom 4 is how, even though they don't waste your time too much with it, and it's still, like, a very fast startup game, still, they have to have, like, the context, and they start you off, like, chained up to the table, and you get to watch, like, the character, like, break out of his chains, and it's like, Doom and Quake just started you off on the level, and they were like, there you go. It's an interesting difference. Even though a lot of people are praising, like, Doom 4 for having a distinct lack of bullshit. Which kind of it has, but kind of it doesn't have, honestly. Like, there's still... It's actually kind of sad, because there's still a little bit of bullshit in Doom 4, you know? The one thing that I really didn't like is seeing that they had QuickTime event kind of stuff in there. Do not listen to Kitsune when it comes to anime. I'm going to tell you that right now. Whip might have a good idea. Do not listen to Kitsune. I'm sorry, Kitsune, but you're gonna recommend them something freaking weird for their first time. Like, if you're talking to somebody who's never actually, like, watched anime, you gotta, like, ease them into it with an anime that's not, like, completely out there and balls to the wall. Something that's completely strange and weird. Like, what would I recommend for, like, somebody who wanted to watch, like, an anime for, like, their very first time? Man, that's an interesting question. Something that's not really that weird and out there, that they could understand if they were just watching, like, regular, like, live-action TV shows. God, I really have to find this golden door. Making a fool of myself after talking about being good at video games. Oh god. Come on. How do you get by that? Anyway. Oh. Fair enough. And then everything up here is dead. Where the hell is the exit here? Also, my answer is probably Death Note. Death Note would actually be... no fighting or puzzle. Don't know what genre you like. Well, like, what genre do you like in, like, movies or TV shows? You know, that's a good starting point. God damn it. I don't know where to go. This sucks. This actually sucks. Where the hell? I don't know. I actually don't know, guys. Here? Thank you! Good God. Okay, good. Great. I'm happy. Okay, this looks a little bit intimidating. Oh, I actually don't have any nails. And it's not even a boss door or anything. I'm way too used to Dark Souls. Hey, I got 3 secrets. That means I'm not completely terrible, right? Honestly, you know what show I think I would recommend, like, anybody? Like, it's not anime, but... Just as, like, overall, like, an amazing show, I would probably just recommend, like, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, that's just overall, like, a great show. A good mix of comedy, action, and a very zen-like kind of attitude sometimes. There's a lot of great lessons that are had from that show. Interesting. I probably can't, like, just jump across this, can I? I need to get out that bridge. Fair enough. It's gonna be very interesting to blind play like Quake. And I'm gonna depress, like, everybody who expects me to be amazing at it. Which none of my viewers are, happily. So, luckily I'm not gonna have any of that happen. There we go. Ah, I see. I can see the blood spatter. He's taking damage. He's taking hits. God, it's kind of hard to see them. I think he's dead, actually. You're just shooting at a bunch of nothing, Barge. Good job. Alright, gotta fall down here? Oh, God. Yes, I will use my nails for regular enemies instead of saving them for bosses. Because I don't care. Well, that looks fun. This is a trap of some kind, obviously. The only question is, do I need to actually set it off in order to proceed? Alright. Well, here we go! There was even health there, and I just didn't want to grab it because I was like, well, grab the health. Obviously, they're going to kill me. A very Crow Team kind of way of designing the game. I agree that Ian's friend is a jerk. I like how your friend is trying to get you to watch porn. It almost seems kind of weird. Especially since it seems like you weren't expecting it to be porn at first. Like, hey, what show should I watch? Not that. You're just wanting something to enjoy. For watch material. Alright, so once again, we're at this point where I don't know exactly what to do. I need to get the rune key, don't know how to, extend the bridge just yet. Can I have that? I would like that. Kind of, anyway. I mean, like, I guess I'm actually pretty damn full on, like, health and armor. Hey! Oh, God! I like how all the secrets are designed in such a way that if you get the secret, then you're gonna get hit. Yeah. This is the price that we pay. Ooh, that was 100 health. Very, very nice. Is there anything in here? Why does it gotta be so dark in here? Let's may light a match. I think you'll try Death Note. I recommend Death Note. Death Note is a very interesting drama that asks a lot of questions about human morality. And at the same time, it's really interesting and really fun to follow along with. And it's good little, what's going to happen next? And you just keep on watching because you want to know how it ends. And it ends in a really, really fun way that you maybe don't see coming. And the soundtrack for Death Note is awesome. Just far and away, like, some of the best friggin' tunes. Like, it's up there with, like, Kill la Kill's soundtrack for me. And Kill la Kill is my favorite soundtrack, make no mistake. But Death Note, it's way out there. It's gotta be, like, a close second, at the very least. So here's where I proceed to. And here's what I've been missing. Watched an MLP before anime because of my friends. Okay, so if you like MLP, there's actually a lot of anime that's quite in that style. Because what we call, like, the style of MLP in anime is slice of life. And there's a lot of anime that is in that general genre. Of just being cute and adorable and having, like, some fun characters to follow along with and just kind of, like, laugh with. Okay, cool. That extends the bridge. And this takes me here. Whoa! Oh god, oh god, oh god. Well, that happened. Oh god, I have to do the whole thing over again? No! I'm like, granted, I'm not saving enough. You know, like, the idea with Quake is that you can save at any time that you like. Damn it! Oh my god, so many grenades to the face. I'm definitely gonna die on this one. I'm out! I'm out! Fucking out. Oh god. Hey, you got 147 armor. How could I possibly go wrong? Oh god, I hope you die in a fire. Let's go ahead and just quickly go through this. They obsessed about it to the ends that they got annoyed to me. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate when that kind of thing happens. Your way has been lit. Oh, god damn it. I did that perfectly the first time, and then of course the second time I do it awfully. Go ahead and kill each other, see if I care. Thank you very much for the health. Much appreciated. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. God, god, god. God save the queen. Ha! He can't even jump over it. Look at him. He's adorable. Ian, your friend is an asshole. Purely. Absolutely. 100%. Did that guy just kill himself? How'd they even work? Like, I would never take another recommendation from your friend and possibly even not be friends with them anymore, honestly. Oh god. Oh jeez, it's you! This is faster, isn't it? Ooh, spooky portal. He's only bad 10% of the time. I guess. Oh my goodness, hi! Hello, how are you, my finely lava friend? I don't know, I don't have a good way to describe you. Ah, I see. I can't even hurt him, can I? What, that's it? Just gonna give him a little bit of a tingle and then go away? You can stay and finish the job, you jerks. This guy is not even that hard. Like, I'm just running, I'm not getting hit at all. This guy could take a little bit of a hint from Space Invaders and aim where I'm going to be and not where I am. What would happen if I had low health? I would just die? What kind of freaking design is that? What were they thinking? It is a meme to do that whip, unfortunately. Let me go ahead and read this, why not? Go do a little bit of a dramatic reading. As the corpse of the monstrous entity... I can't do a dramatic reading, but I don't know how to pronounce it. As the corpse of the monstrous entity Chthon sinks back into the lava whence it rose, you grip the rune of earth magic tightly. Now that you have conquered the dimension of the doomed, realm of earth magic, you are ready to complete your task. A rune of magic power lies at the end of each haunted land of Quake. Go forth, seek the totality of the 4 runes. And there we go. Onward and forward to the next level. Hello, friends! I like how each episode starts off with, like, the Goomba enemies, basically. So no matter which episode you actually start with, you're actually going to have, like, a little bit of a difficulty curve. That first chapter was kind of fun, not gonna lie. Quake's a good game, guys. You don't need me to tell you that. Although, unfortunately, we're back to the point where things are way too easy. But hopefully that will change very quickly. Oh man, I only have my single barrel shotgun, too. I'm way too averse to going in the water, because I'm way too used to platformers where they just never want you to go into the water. And the water is where, like, I guess Quake developers would most have hid secrets. Do I have the key yet? I probably don't. Where can I get the key is the question. This is probably going backwards, isn't it? I think it is. Good job, me. Where the hell? Oh well. We'll have a fun little time here. We'll just have a little bit of fun exploring, why not? We got these wide open levels, god damn it me. Got all the time in the world to explore. You know, it's kind of funny because I was even, like, testing with this level too, and I still did not know. I forgot exactly how I did it. Because the first time I was testing this level, I went just fine. I forget where... so now I've got the golden key. It's upstairs, isn't it? Here we go. Got my good old trusty nail gun. My old friend. You're the only one in this world who actually likes me. You may think that's sad. And it kind of is sad. But I mean, what are you gonna do otherwise? Got nobody else. Oh, no, this is awkward. I actually don't want to set off that explodable box. The opposite of a companion cube, as it were. Love open world games. What game should you try? It's kind of funny because I want to recommend like Smuggler's Run, even though like it's very, very not likely that you can actually just play that game easily. Actually, that's a good question to start off with, honestly, Ian. Like, what do you play on? Do you just play on PC, or do you play on any kind of consoles? Oh no! Doggies! They're coming! Open world games. I'm trying to remember. Because there's a lot of open world games that I just straight up don't like, is the thing. Like, I'm really not a fan of stuff like Grand Theft Auto, Fallout anymore. Mad Max looks boring as hell. What games do I actually like that are like open world? PC Master Race, of course. I'm not even going to give you any shit, man, because I basically think like the exact same way nowadays. So games that are on PC that are open world. Open world fun games on PC. God, you know what? I gotta look at my gosh dang like Steam library, honestly, at this point. Like, I just have such horrible memory. Dark Souls is a good one. You know, I've been recommending Dark Souls for a lot of people, and right now you can pick it up on the Humble Store for $5, although you'll want to be quick about picking it up because that sale is soon to be over. There's not much that I play that's very open world, honestly. Sir, You Are Being Hunted is open world, but I really wouldn't recommend it. Like, I found myself dissatisfied with the amount of things that you can actually do in that game. Yeah, I think I just have to straight up say that I have no recommendations to really make beyond Dark Souls. Dark Souls, my worst enemy. It's not that hard. Ugh. Like, trying to fight against, like, the idea that Dark Souls is hard is very hard. Because it's not. Like, Dark Souls is as hard as you want to make it. Barch knows the other reason why I prefer consoles. Do I? It's just my terrible memory kicking in, probably. Okay, how do I get that off my... How do I even do that? did I get rankings on screen? How do I get it off? No. Was that a zoom? That's kind of funny. Tab. Why wasn't that the first thing that I clicked? It's really not that hard. Like, I almost just want to prove to you that Dark Souls isn't hard. It's not. When playing Dark Souls normally, there's just so many ways to just make the game easy as hell. Like, I would stop playing and just prove it to you if I didn't just not want to be, like, a dick for doing so. I don't know. Ugh. It's so hard because Dark Souls is so easy if you know everything about it. It's just the way that you learn that information is told in, like, the worst way possible. So that's where, like, a lot of the idea that Dark Souls is hard comes from. Like, the developers consider it difficulty to just find out the information to play the game properly. Stardew Valley I hear a lot of great things about, so you could play Stardew Valley if you enjoy that sort of game. You done? Will this kill you? That's amazing. I'm happy that friendly fire is a thing.